we know how mad scientist Coach Aldo is. How the Bigatron Alpha can do until this stage right now, until this moment. Because they are just going from the challenge season, and now they are on the challenge final, and it's the grand final. I think, yeah, Bigatron still have the chance. I still have the faith in them.
Yeah, they have a chance, for sure. But everything that ONIC has shown so far has just been a team prepared. But now, as we mentioned earlier, ONIC cannot get too overzealous. They cannot get greedy. They cannot get too excited to finally be crowned champions of the SPS. Bigatron, one of the best things about this team and how they've shined throughout Snapdragon Pro Series is do not count them out, because they know how to come back really well. And again, it begins in the draft. The Architect versus Rajayeva.
Right now, because of the Faramis ban, I can already feel like Bigatron Alpha either pick off or burst. Because so far, the Faramis from Sands has prevented a good Kaja play.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like now they're setting up for a clear win condition of catch and burst.
Yeah. Now, ONIC actually decide to prioritize a ban on the Valentina. They saw Moreno, was like, oh,
Joy's open again.
Yeah, Joy's open
Yeah.
again, Eve's open again. But if I'm ONIC, yeah, pick up the Joy in this scenario. But BTR now take out the Uranus, so we're gonna see Boots playing a different hero.
Or
Masha,
this
maybe.
might
Yeah,
be
Masha.
the scenario that they want to play for Bigatron Alpha. They're just baiting the ONIC using their Joy, and they're gonna counter it with some hero. Like,
Yeah.
for example, Franco is still open if they want to pick it.
Yeah, if there's gonna be a Joy, Kaja, or Franco, for sure will get picked up here by Bigatron.
So now, it looks like ONIC, they're really thinking about it. They're just like, looking at the bans, it feels oddly sus.
Wow.
So they're picking up the Fanny. They're like, we're smelling something we don't like.
Yeah.
So first pick. I say this again, in case you're not looking at your screen. First pick. Numero uno. Nombo satu. Penny.
Yeah, if I'm BTR, I pick up the Fredrin, I pick up the Franco. Don't pick up the Bakshi just yet. They can
Yep.
follow the same banning pattern as and picking pattern as they did up against AP Bren. Again, this was a factor. We've talked about this. BTR, I know that they have what it takes to go up against this Fanny.
Yeah, and you already mentioned before we go to break, right, Renmar, that just let ONIC use his
His
Fanny,
yeah.
yep, and then counter it with some of heroes, but they are picking Eve right now. I know Eve is a very good hero when using the reward manipulation
I mean,
for
it's
the
better.
utility.
It's better than Farsa.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only reason why they just don't want to give the Eve to Sands. I think legit, I feel like that's the only thing, because if not, ONIC is going to force Moreno to use a Farsa or a different mage, maybe even the Lilia again.
But
Yeah.
Eve really needs the bodyguard right now, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
If not, Eve gonna be the target of Fanny.
Yeah, that's why they picked up the Fredrin. That's why I won't be surprised if this Fredrin ends up on the EXP lane. But again, Bigatron has the capability to surprise with their picks. Whoa, they pick up the Kaja and Farsa. Yo, if I'm Bigatron, I'm willing to pick up the Xborg if they're gonna go for Xborg.
Yep.
Kufra.
Yeah, I think Kufra is pretty safe. It's kind of good against all three heroes that ONIC has showed so far. Both teams now don't have a marksman. I kind of feel like we'll see a Claude ban, because Claude is good against the Eve as well as the Farsa.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, having the Eve as well as the Farsa kind of makes it difficult for a lot of marksmen to play just by default.
Definitely.
So I'm really interested to see if any of the teams are gonna go a little bit wacky when it comes to the gold lane. Even the safest wacky pick that I can think of right now is a Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because CW used Harith before. And
Yep.
Fanny shows up, especially against the high ground defense.
And Harith gets banned.
And
They're
Harith
really
gets
good.
banned. Yeah, great read here by BTR to take that out immediately. The Matrix will still be open for them if they want to. They have tremendous wave clear already, but if they really want to add into it, have a really good high ground alongside their Fanny, who, again, you mentioned, carry on this Fanny feels like he's a high ground hero, and go for it. I like this approach of BTR. They're taking out the best possible
I think-
surprising boots picks.
I think BTR wants Beatrix and ONIC might want the carry.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah,
fast.
they read the box, yeah.
Very fast. Very fast banning phase. We go into the second picking phase. Again, honestly, I am okay with the next board showing up here.
Yep.
Put that Fredrin in the jungle. But then I think BTR might want to match it. And the Lancelot is still open, the speed of the Fanny rotations. So they might even consider Lancelot, but I think they can hold on to their jungle pick last, maximize the flex possibility around the Fredrin, and then pick up their gold laner here.
It's typical of Bigatron draft, right? You're usually seeing like Fredrin has been locked, but not jungler or even the XP lane yet.
Yeah.
But now, if they're gonna pick the Marksman, I think Beatrix can do, or even like the clutch still open when facing against Farsier.
What does that say, guys?
The only one that can beat ONIC is RQ.
Yeah,
Hashtag
only
Kingdom.
RQ.
Oof.
Yeah, but as predicted, looks like Bigatron, they do want the Beatrix. Now, looking if ONIC really does want the carry, I think it still can be quite well here, yeah.
Yeah, they have the wave clear already with the Farsa, but maybe that puts a bit too much wave clear pressure on the Farsa. But then in terms of like the wave clear, it's pretty much gone.
Fanny is a high ground hero, man. What are you talking about?
All right, yeah, for Kyrie,
If Kyrie is the one using it, it's a high ground hero.
Okay, there's the Terizla, so they don't have to worry so much about wave clear now. And they pick up the Claude.
Yeah.
Okay. Great pickups here by ONIC.
With the Rizla, I think they will need to wait for the moment you're using the flicker and then the penalty zone. If we're looking at the Yves and Beatrix, they cannot stay closely during team fight, or the Terizla gonna get them both.
X-board.
I feel like Smoke is fine.
Right.
Because right now, look at the mobility coming in from ONIC. It's going to be very difficult to catch, man.
Yeah.
I do not envy Vin on this Kufra.
Yeah. Oh, Bigatron. Earlier we saw an X-board versus Terizla matchup, and Chorizo looked super comfortable with it. He knew how to play up against a Terizla, but yeah, it's going to be a different player that he's up against. This time it's Boots.
Yeah, but it's potentially the final game.
Yeah.
Just use it.
Your Trump still sore.
Oh, Ling!
XP Fred Ling. Okay, yeah, the Ling. Yeah, that flew over my head. I like the Ling too.
I like it.
Farsa? Yeah.
You guys like Ling?
I
You know what? I like the casters. I wonder if they like us too.
All right. This could be it. Match point for ONIC. And BTR have drafted out of their minds. Coach Aldo, the architect, have set up well for his team. Clap back.
At this point, it's all just comfort. Get your comforts, get your signatures, and let's battle it.
Before this game begins, we gotta do what needs to be done. And you know what happened to AP Bren. All right, now that that's out of the way, we continue on in this saga. ONIC could take home another title, and you might Kaldak.
Hey, you still need to do those 50 push-ups, Leo. So, hey, and it's not over just yet. Super Ken just got his Ling. Yeah, it's not looking good for me.
It's tight. To be honest, this is a draft that's cut right down the middle, and it's uncanny that the Claude actually came through in the last phase, and that Beatrix was more of a priority, but just the same, both teams know what they're doing. Both teams are aware of the stakes right here at the grand finals of the Snapdragon Pro Series. It's a purple star for both of our junglers, Superkin and Kyrie. They can't commit any mistakes. The margin of error is so small.
The smallest we've seen. 2 assassins now in the land of Dawn. Kyrie already to the orange buff. Keyboy doing a good job at stopping, distracting Super Ken, and Kyrie will be able to walk out of this with an advantage, an invade early on.
And looking at how BTR are answering back, something tells me they might have been bitten once and twice shy. They understand, and they may have been shut down by the stakes, by the pressure so far of sitting at 0-3 here. Minute in, Little Wanderer, everything, even that small camp up top, all belong to ONIC.
Oh man, this Kufra from Vin is giving me flashbacks. MPL Indonesia Season 11, ONIC undefeated run, and then Kufra, Vin, regular season. RQ were able to pull off the win against this, dominating ONIC? The Kage, the World Slayer ONIC? And we'll see if he can replicate that in this game. As Super Ken is also on his signature.
Super Ken here, rocking that Ling, which has the killing spree, and we'll see. He's getting pressured here. He's getting cornered. Forced out of Tempest Blaze early.
Oh, he goes on the cutthroat as well. Pulled out. But it's not going to be a kill for either of these teams. Both teams disengage. But who won in that skirmish, in that battle?
Oh, I'd say even if you're looking at just a 200, 300 gold lead for ONIC, it's still all them. All the moves on the map are called for by the Sky Kings. Even this turtle here, pulled in by Boots. It's all green. ONIC have all their ults. They're just waiting for Keyboy, and he's going to hit it here. And now all the more. Even with Kyrie taking his purple, ONIC have a clean go at this. I'm wondering what the contest plan here is for BTR.
Well, personally, it's to get Super Ken his purple buff, get him to a position where he can actually go for that. Super Vin with a Tyrant's Revenge, unable to connect, and this should be a free turtle over to ONIC, unless it's a cheeky steal. Oh, Vin with a Tyrant's Rage and a Flicker, now punished by the Divine Judgment. Moreno trying to help this Roamer, and now it's going to be the collapse coming down. Appraiser's Wrath, First Blood, and Super Ken jumps in for 2 kills. Meanwhile, Sans up top with a good trade over to Sakin.
2 for 1, plus the turtle, but Sakin falls off camera. CW and Sans get him. I'd say that's a wash overall. Will we still end up in a place where neither are in a clear lead? But wait, the fight continues once more. They're not done. Just now they disengage. Bigatron Alpha, all right. Let's never count them out. They're playing with fire as early as 3 minutes in with a scaling lineup.
Yeah, I think that's the point that we need to push through even more, right? I mean, Bigatron Alpha, it does seem like with the Fredrin, with the Kufra, and the Yve, they'll have solid mid-control, some pressure, wave clear as well to fend off against ONIC's dominance. But, like you said, they are a scaling lineup. They still need to get there. Now, while we're talking about scaling, I do want to bring up the topic of Kyrie's choice of emblems here. Killing Spree, same Banny that we've been seeing for a long time, but it's a weapon mastery for him. CW Blazing Duet clearing out the waves and showing away Bigatron Alpha from this turret. Uh-oh. No.
They live. All right, so I'm guessing the principle behind that is he wants to scale up as much as Super Ken. Now, Purple in jeopardy.
Oh! Bit too much that he could chew. Kyrie cuts him up. Divine Judgment freaking Vin under the turret, and this may be a solo kill. Yeah! Keyboy takes Vin down. It's 2-0. Kyrie versus Vin, or Kyrie versus Ken, and Keyboy versus Vin.
Jungle on jungle, support on support. Call it supportal combat 1 here. 4 minutes in, and CW, throughout the mayhem that ONIC have caused in the past minute, bottom that push on tier 1 top. And now, Kyrie looking to steal the purple away from Ken. Both have a retribution on. Oh, they disengage.
Yeah, very risky play by Super Ken there. He tried to make a miraculous steal onto that purple buff, and now they're even more behind. It has given ONIC more resources to play with the turtle. And the fact that CW has a lead over Sakin, is able to take that turret down very early on. It should be a free one. Again, oh what? Super Ken jumps in with a help of Vin. Now Tempest Blaze to escape. Super Vin caught in the feather airstrike. Kyrie with some damage. Boots with a maul down as he puts the hammer onto his face. Keyboy flicker. Super Ken trying to maneuver.
They're looking for a Divine Judgment. Super Ken with the Finch poise. He's getting out of range. Where's he gonna go? Is he gonna get an execution? Oh no, he might even be real recall. He's still alive.
How is he still alive? Keyboy, one more hit. Super Ken still able to dodge. He gets another white gun to Super Ken.
The juke of a lifetime. Super Ken making like Harrison Ford from The Fugitive.
Oh my goodness. Bigatron Alpha refuse to go down without a fight. They want this game.
In that whole sequence, he doesn't even end up coming home. He goes straight for his orange.
And now he's back to basically full.
Wow. If Super Ken performs this way and rubs off on all the rest of Bigatron Alpha and keeps it up for the rest of the series, we might as well see a reverse sweep. But we're far from that. Step by step, one by one, moment by moment. Keyboy spotted here in the Y bush. They're gonna keep up the pressure. Boots and Sam's gonna pressure the purple here. And Kyrie, he's gonna come in range.
Let's see, here Retribution gonna be used up. No retreat right now, but Super Vin in the back now gonna be caught in the Divine Judgment. Bennett's Rage coming down, but it doesn't find anyone. Good distraction by Boots in the back with the penalty zone, locking Bigatron Alpha up.
Pickoff is a pickoff, and that'll allow for the map to be a little more open as Keyboy assists CW in this tier 1 takedown bottom. Something to note, way to go. As early as 6 minutes, 40 seconds, right? There's already two, count them, two blade armors on ONIC. So they really, really want to give Saken and Super Ken hell. All of those basic attacks, all of those crits, ching, ching, aren't going to come for free.
It's going to come at a cost. And now for Bigatron Alpha, if they want to get a free trade in, it'll all rely on Moreno. And he definitely is pretty far away from his power spike. He decided to go for the brute force breastplate. He wants to play as a utility. Sans flying by on the Saken. Renders apathy just to clear out, getting him that cannon minion. His boots here is trying his best to just zone Cerezo out of the turtle pit.
An immaculate pull, though. This allows for ONIC to not clearly and freely engage. And Bigatron Alpha, respect that space, respect the 3,000 gold that ONIC have on top of them. The clear firepower advantage that ONIC have can definitely just punish Bigatron Alpha in a snap as they turn. Now Keyboy with a pull.
Oh, instantly deleted. CW very aggressive onto the front now, going to be punished by the taunt. Venice Rage only connecting on the boot. Sans with the recalls as they take a free turtle.
That's emotional damage coming in. CW playing with fire, so he's very low. Can Kyrie finish the job?
Let's say good knockup by Cerezo gets his gold laner and himself out of that situation. Super Ken now, number the blades used up. Trying to go for some damage, but tickles boots.
All it does is tickles boots. Looking at the gold earned so far, it's clean and clear that Keyboy is making up so much of the space and of course the threat of activation to allow CW and Kyrie to deal this much damage. Woo! Putting Super Ken at 1 HP.
It was more like a warning shot, that one. Kyrie just missed by a bit. One basic attack.
A millimeter.
Even, I think at that point, a breath of air, a gust of wind would have taken him out.
A minion just comes up and attacks at the wrong time. Could have taken down Super Ken, but at least he's mobile. At least he can come back home, heal up, and then get back to business. There's a lot of split pushing that needs to be done for Bigatron Alpha to recover. ONIC here, approaching the 6,000 gold mark without even the Lord spawning quite yet. That happens in under a minute. Vin jumping from bush to bush. Let's check in on what these mid lane duos are building up. You see Sans has a Clock of Destiny and a Winter Truncheon, so it deals a lot of damage. How about Moreno? After that Brute Force Breastplate, on his way to a nice clean wand.
He has to just play for that utility for now. Sans is definitely far in the lead with a Clock of Destiny and a Lightning Truncheon. He can force a lot of the poke to come through. Burst damage as well to the back with the help of Keyboy. Once someone gets caught in that Divine Judgment, I think they're almost confirmed to be gone. Oh, a miss from Super Vin on that Tarnished Revenge. Feather Airstrike forcing on top of the blades from Super Ken. And this purple buff is gone. ONIC take it away. Bigatron Alpha, there's no way they get the Lord now.
This is very reminiscent of the past couple of games played here in this series where ONIC finds a lead and just bites down. This is the Gator roll. They're making sure that what prey they have doesn't stray too far. So Rizzo here caught out with his Divine Judgment.
And there you go, like I said, just melted down. Super Vin going aggressive, but a penalty zone is what connects onto the back. Saken getting cut down. Super Vin returns rage, but what is it for? No one there to follow it up. Super Vin outblazing to MLBB.
So close to a wipeout. Keyboy's gonna make sure this Super Ken survives. 4 for 1. A huge trade. A huge move for ONIC. Look at the damage that the 3 cores have dealt. Sans, CW, and Kyrie.
ONIC are on their way for another accolade. Another one in their collection, a trophy. Back to back to back. MPL ID champs in Season 11 to MSC and now Snapdragon Pro Series MLBB.
The tale of ONIC, the Sky Kings, continue to be written. Songs of their greatness continue to be sang. Chorus upon chorus across the land. What's Bigatron Alpha to do? How do they shrink this colossal lead? 8,000 gold. It's not impossible. We've seen it done before. But with this, a 3v1. Make that a 2v4 as Keyboy comes in, evens the odds. It's so difficult. Where do we find a pickoff? Inside their base? I'm guessing that's one big chance. That's one big opportunity, a possibility.
But that will only, Bigatron Alpha will only be relying on one thing. ONIC making a mistake. It's not a good game plan, but I agree with you, Leon. It's the only game plan that they have right now. That's how slim, that's how desperate, that's how bleak it looks for the Terminators.
Two things that need to happen. An amazing defense. They got to mount the defense of a lifetime inside their base. And they hope and pray that ONIC make a mistake there within. Superken doing his best to defend against his lord and make quick work of it. But is he going to come at a cost? So close. He sensed that a concealed Keyboy was coming in. Bottom lane in jeopardy.
Keyboy going to be engaged on now with the taunt as well. Penetrate's coming down. That's a kill over. Penalty zone on the 3.
And an RW of the answer back, but it's not going to be enough.
Kyrie in the back with CW. Superken. Tempest of plays is desperate. Now he goes on to CW. Kyrie was just waiting. They knew what was going to happen. And it happened. Wipeout.
The inevitable is nigh. A 5-for-1 with fans sitting atop Moreno's corpse. Ladies and gentlemen, can this defense happen? It's not!
From Cambodia to Jakarta, ONIC are champions again!
The Sky Kings hit a new peak. Altitudes unheard of in the history of our great sport. ONIC are your Snapdragon Pro Series Season 3 MLBB champions.